We come from the cracks in the concrete floor where hope gave up, we asked for more. Grit in our teeth, blood in our spit. This ain't a game, but I bet you quit. You tried to silence what we became. We start the fire with gasoline. We are the storm, you can't outrun. Blackout is born, and we've just begun. There's no light left, no turning back. Built for the dark, found in black. We are the blackout. We are the blackout. We are
all spotlights, no easy road. We made a kingdom from the cold. Every loss, gained every win. They tied me up, can't see again.
You tried to silence what we became. We start the fire, we're gasoline. We are the storm, you can't outrun. Blackout is born, and we've just begun.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another jam-packed episode here with Worldwide Wrestling tonight in Portland, Oregon for Blackout Episode 5. Guys, I am Dewey Danielson, ready to bring you all of the action here tonight, and what a card we have for you on the go-home show before Coachella and Summer of Sin. Guys, let's run down what we have tonight. We have the Star Killer in attendance, ready to speak his mind once again to the 3-Dub universe. And that's not all we have. We also have Devil Dog, who is in line to go to a triple threat match for the national title with Jaden Walker and a seemingly new arch nemesis, Warren Peace. We've got Curt Brooks in his return debut match against Eddie Walker. And we've got Sander Cool fighting to get back to his global championship held by CFT tonight against the Hall of Famer once again, Caleb Stone. And a long-awaited XTV title matchup, Rosco Wallace defends against former Monarchy member Will King. In another title match here, the Women's Television Championship of CFT once again in the corner of Dani Moire against returning Hall of Famer Bella Roberts. A big handicap match. Can Twan and Connolly keep it together again to take on Los Salvadores? Guys, what a massive, massive night we have for you. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to 3-Dub Wrestling. We are ready to kick things off right here tonight in Portland, Oregon. And here we go. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the new look for Eddie Walker. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Death Valley, 289 pounds, Eddie Walker. Eddie Walker. One time held a long undefeated streak. The last match he was in was on the house show in which he would earn himself another XTV title opportunity. Unfortunately, unable to get the job done, but tonight he is taking on the returning Curt Brooks here in the opening matchup of Blackout Episode 5. Man, oh man, what a way to kick things off here tonight, guys. And his opponent from Dallas, Texas, weighing 228 pounds, Curt Brooks. The arrival, Curt Brooks, has emerged back on the scene here in 3-Dub Wrestling. Voted by the viewers and the peers as moment of the night. On the previous episode of Blackout episode 4, where Curt Brooks would come from the woodwork to confront Dylan Mason in an opportunity to answer an open challenge opportunity at Summer of Sin for the International Championship. Gotta imagine Dylan Mason gonna be looking on closely with this matchup. It has been quite some time since we've seen Brooks in a 3-dub ring. And although Mason knows Brooks very, very well, gotta imagine he is keeping an eye on this matchup. See what kind of new arsenal that Curt Brooks can pull out of the pocket here tonight. And maybe, just maybe, get a win over the monster Eddie Walker. Definitely going to be a tall task here tonight for Curt Brooks. But arguably, if he can get over Eddie here tonight, then man, he's going to have a good shot at Dylan Mason at Summer of Sin. Right away, Curt Brooks clubbing blows to the back of the head, trying to disorient Eddie Walker in the early moments of this matchup. I have to say, it is great to see Curt Brooks back in the 3-dub ring. Really taking it to Eddie right out the gate. Curt has been ready for this matchup, guys. Ready to get back into some action. Here's Eddie now planning Curt Brooks, who's right back up to his feet. The lariat takes down Eddie. Arsenal of right hands, and then look at this now. A little show of strength from Curt, who climbs all the way to the top rope now. He's going to wait for Eddie Walker to get back to his feet. That he does. Double axe handle sends him right back down to the mat and into a pinfall. And Curt Brooks could be walking away right here, and he's not gonna. Kick out at 2 for Eddie. Eddie, the winner of the deathmatch tournament on the Shockwave brand just over a year ago. Ooh, fantastic start to his 3-dub career, and now taking on a big name in Curt Brooks returning. Scales up to the mid-rail, drops a knee. Gonna try to show that strength once again, and this time, it's not the slam, it's the big boot that takes down Walker. Taking a man while he's down, and there's that strength, the deadlift. Oh, he's gonna go for a second one here. Curt Brooks showing the strength. And he is hyped up, all amped up for this matchup. He has been ready since that moment of the night on the previous episode of Blackout, and the big boot this time from Eddie. Gonna try to sway the momentum into the big man's. And look at this, into a disarmer armbar. And Eddie Walker trying to pull the arm out of socket. Not going to be able to get the tap out victory here as Curt Brooks hangs on. Show of strength from Eddie now. Deadlift. Dominator. Now Eddie going to be trying to put this one away, guys. And look how, no, missing with the punt kick. Lariat takes him down. That could have been curtains right here, guys. Eddie Walker could have just punted Curt Brooks' head all the way to Somerset. But Brooks now. Flying knee across the face. Is that going to be enough to put down Walker? 2 counts, 3 count, got it. Big time Kinshasa taking out the big man. And Curt Brooks gets his return matchup victory. Here's your winner, Curt Brooks. Making some sort of shot. Oh, wait a second. Here comes the international champion, Dylan Mason.
This is really what you want, huh, Brooks? For all this time, once again, you'll try and defeat the bane of your existence, your boss, your leader, your superior. But every few goddamn months, every few years, you'll try and face me again. But you know what it leads to, Brooks. After this, you will stand by my side again as my attack dog, as my right-hand man. And we will take over everything. Because that's what it always leads to, so why not skip this middle bullshit? Because you know the Blood Eagle awaits, Brooks. But fine. You want a grand return of worldwide wrestling? I'm going to give you that opportunity. In a match with myself for the International Championship at Summer of Sin. Because you're still trying this after all this time? That is the ultimate sin. Just accept it. You're not better than me.
Oh, man. Mason with some more. Oh, wait. Brooks now. Brooks ring of the eye. Oh, no. Low blow to Mason. Low blow to Mason. Message sent from Curt Brooks. Man, this crowd just turned on him. Just like that. Dirty, dirty move from Brooks. And now the double underhand DDT. Double underhook. DDT on Mason, the champ. Message delivered from Curt Brooks. Man, oh man, guys. Could that what we are going to be seeing at Summer of Sin? Here's Hunter and Matt.
We go ahead and announce the title match for Coachella. That match will be between Hexen and Chris Harris.
You know, Hunter, I like that idea. Let's just go ahead and say that TFT can come to Coachella, but the rest of Thompson Enterprises is not invited. If they show up, they're going to get booted right back out.
I agree, Matt. But I think it's time that we announce the 2 impromptu Fatal 4-Way matches tonight. And who wins these 2 matches will go on to Coachella in that Royal Rumble match to represent 3-Dub. And if one of those superstars happen to win the Coachella Royal Rumble, then they will get a shot at the 3-Dub World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh man, what a huge announcement here from Hunter Deal, the general manager.
Mayonnaise, the perfect complement to any sandwich. But why stop there? Start your day with mayo. Try spreading it on your bacon. Shaken, stirred, and mayoed? Heck yes. We at Big Mayo believe you can use mayonnaise for so many more things. Mayo can be your partner for life's every need. We're Big Mayo, spreading joy, one jar at a time.
Well, you heard it before the commercial break, guys. Big announcement for Coachella. Representing Rumble matchup for superstars here in 3-Dub. We're going to have 2 Fatal 4-Way qualifying matches for that. We will talk about that a little bit later, but next matchup coming up now. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Green Bay, Wisconsin, weighing 243 pounds, being accompanied by CFT Hall of Famer Caleb Stone. That's right, guys, Hall of Famer. And this matchup is officially a Big Event 9 rematch. We've seen these two square off at TB9 for the Global Championship, and now that is being held by CFT. And this man right here, trying to get back what he created. And his opponent from the Netherlands, weighing 235 pounds, after a failed opportunity at the 3-Dub World Heavyweight Championship granted to Sander from CFT upon purchasing the global title from Sander, Sander does not fend well with that and trying to get back to his global championship, but he has to go through Caleb Stone in order to do that. He has to beat the Hall of Famer one more time in order to get that global championship title back. And will CFT live up to his word if Sander gets the win here tonight? And you know, Caleb, man, big discus right hand right away into a pinfall. And Sander now in trouble, 2-count kick. Caleb Stone's going to be coming for that revenge in this matchup, guys. Taking the loss to Sander for the global title at the Big Event 9. It's not settled well with Caleb Stone. In fact, that very same night, Caleb Stone became the first member of this newly established Townsend Enterprises. Missing with the springboard cannonball, giving the opportunity, the window for Sander Cool to get back on his feet here. If you guys think Sander can overcome the Hall of Famer once again and get that championship back that he created, let me know in the comments below. Double knee to the back. You see CFT in the background. We're probably going to see a lot of CFT here tonight. Removing that top turnbuckle. We'll have to see if that comes into a play before. No. Looks like Steve Zeebs has already noticed. And replacing that top turnbuckle with Sander now. Sander now. Look out. Nice show of athleticism from the cool one into a pinfall now. And a quick kick out for the Hall of Famer. The gut, man, big kick to the back of the head, right into some mounting punches. Both of these superstars, former heavyweight champions. Both of their title reigns may be looked down upon, but well-deserved indeed. And now Sander to the top rope, a Stone back to his feet, and man, what a forearm. Sander off the ropes, dropping an axe handle. Steve Zeebs quick on the kendo stick removal there, inserted by, you guessed it, CFT, and a nicely done springboard toe kick right in the face. Sander Cool, despite having the distractions of CFT at ringside. And now here we go, just as we mentioned it, Sander turns his attention to Clarence as Caleb Stone, man, laid out finally. Making a move back to his feet, and now look out, Sander. Here's Sander now. Nope, kick to the mid. It's Stone. No, Sander rolling him up for the pinfall. Locking him down. 2 count kick. Man. Nicely done reversal there from Sander Cool. And now a springboard missing with the splash. As Stone able to duck out of the way and continue on the beatdown of Sander Cool. Now slowing things down a little bit. Working on those legs, trying to prevent Sander from all these acrobatic maneuvers. And now through the legs. Sander now. No, caught Stone slamming him down. Man. These two know each other so well. And it is showing right here tonight, guys. Oh, basement drop kick right in the ear hole. Sander Cool could be in trouble as the Hall of Famer picks him back up to his feet. And now look. Stone now looking for the power bomb. Is he gonna get it? He does. Jackknife power bomb. 2 count. No kick out. Sander, the ultimate opportunist, staying alive after that massive power bomb. Now throwing the weapons around. Slamming the face of Stone into the mat. What's Sander after now? Stone thinks he's rolling away, but right into the hands of Sander Cool on the outside now. Everything outside the ring hurts that much more. Just enough. You only got 10 seconds to do what you need to do on the outside, and Sander has to pay attention to this. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. Already at a count of 6, Stone goes flying. Sander goes back inside to break the count. Count of 8. Can Sander get it via count out here? Count of 9 broken. Stone back in the mix. Turnbuckle removed again by CFT. Sander right back on the attack now in the corner. From the opposite end. Modified Bronco Buster. Right in the face of Caleb Stone. And now Sander's got him hemmed up. And there's Steve once again doing his job fantastically. Putting that back on. And look out now. Sander off the ropes in a clothesline. It seems like Sander has an answer for everything that Caleb Stone is doing here tonight. Pop-up powerbomb. Sander Cool right in front of CFT. Count of 2 only. Here's the springboard moonsault once again. Right back into another pinfall. 2 counts and 3. Sander gets the job done. Sander is heading back to a global championship opportunity. Oh man. Gotta imagine this is gonna take place at Summer of Sin. The question is, who is going to be Sander Cool's opponent? Will it be CFT himself? Regardless, guys, after a hard-fought battle here tonight, Sander is going to get another opportunity at the title he created. The Global Championship could very well be coming back to the Cool One. The springboard moonsault was the curtain call. Here is your winner, Sander Cool. And CFT is not going to be happy about this one, guys. Well, we have a lot going on, guys. Sander leaving the ring. Caleb Stone, the Hall of Famer, frustrated with this loss, and you gotta imagine that CFT is too as well. Big time matchup, guys. Great couple of matches to open the show. Wait a second. Well, guys, coming up tomorrow afternoon is Call Week's house show, and it looks like we're going to get a rematch with Sander Cool and Caleb Stone. What's that all about? Well, we also got TJ Renegade and Scott Adams, and then we also have this, a number one contenders match with Maria James, Jocelyn Havoc, and Cruella, all fighting for an opportunity to take on Gypsy Freak at Summer of Sin for the undisputed Women's Championship. All of that tomorrow night at Call Week's house show with 3Dub, guys. All of that, of course, leading to next weekend where we get the massive Coachella event in the conclusion of Call Week. Big 2-night show. We will see multiple promotions coming together to create a massive, massive event hosted primarily on Instagram and, of course, Facebook, being brought into the mix with 3Dub Wrestling and our hosted title match at Coachella. Night 2, Hexen defends the 3Dub World title against Chris Harris. Guys, what a massive, massive night it's going to be, and a big title match for 3Dub at Coachella. You're not going to want to miss that, guys.
Yeah. I'm an anomaly. The prodigy is here. There ain't no stopping me. I'm hopping every tear. This is the
Following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Extreme Television Championship. Here we go. Introducing first, from Brooklyn, New York, weighing 220 pounds. He is the XTV champion, Rosco Wallace. Well, a long story rivalry that is brewing right here in this one. We seen it just a few episodes ago. Will King opting to leave the monarchy and show up here with Townsend Enterprises, and since then he's kind of rubbed the XTV champion, current monarchy member within DX, Rosco Wallace, the wrong way. And in doing so has created a championship matchup that, oh, wait a minute. That's not Will King's music, that's CFT.
Know what you're thinking? Where the hell is Will King? Well, I can tell you where he's not, and he's not here slumming it with all these disgusting, nasty peasants out here. See, Will King has better things to do. He's at the Seahawks Hall of Fame. Big induction this week. You may have heard about it. He's got a friend going in there. But Rosco, don't worry. I see you got your ring gear on. You're ready for a match. And I've got just a guy in mind for you. A blast from the past, if you will. So we've given him our spot this evening. And if you can get past this individual, we may just see you at Summer of Sin. That is, again, if you can get past this guy.
Okay, wait a minute now. Will King not in the building here tonight. That's kind of odd. We'll talk about that in here in a second. But who's this gonna be, guys? Oh, wait a minute. From New York, weighing in at 295 pounds. Man, Louis C. Louis C., the captain. It has been some time since we have seen Louis C. in 3Dub, and he is coming fresh off the Blaze brand in Season 9 all the way to here right now, showing up on Blackout in Season 10, and it looks like he's going to be taking on Rosco Wallace, guys. Talk about a blast from the past. just so happened to be in attendance here tonight. How about that? Well, Will King at the Seattle Seahawks Hall of Fame induction that happened today. Not going to be in attendance, and like I said, that's very odd. It's ironic, if you ask me. We got the announcer here going over the rules and regulations in this extreme television title matchup. What an opportunity for Louis C. here, the captain. I'm not sure if he has signed an official contract, but I'd imagine if he wins this matchup, becomes champion, well, I guess there's no other choice. But here we go. XTV title match with the rules implied. Guys, you see some special VIP fans able to circle the ring here and get close to the action, but they got to be careful though, because there's no ropes, and just like that, at any moment, Superstar could go flying off the ring to the outside. There are no rules in this matchup, guys. Falls count anywhere. Just like we're going to see right here, Louis with a pinfall, quick kick out. Louis C., if you were unfamiliar, is a former Monarchy member himself. Look at this. Power bomb on back into the ring. Yeah, back in Season 8, tail end of Season 8 on the Blaze brand. Coming hot off the HWA brand. Coasting into early parts of Season 9. Louis C., a part of the Monarchy. His contract had come to an end and didn't re-sign and went to do some other ventures he had goals for and aspirations. And here he is back here tonight. Obviously not still a member of the Monarchy. I don't know if he's a member of Townsend or not. Guess we'll have to find that out. I wouldn't imagine so. CFT not here at ringside protecting his valuable asset in Will King. Ooh. Just maybe we'll get Rosco and Will King at Summer of Sin. What do you think? Rosco, ooh. Nicely done, brain buster on Louis C., 300-pounder. Oh, look out. Almost going flying off the ring. Into the corner instead, and now Rosco's got some big moves here. Slamming him down, Uranagi. I mentioned how it was odd that Will King not here tonight. Although if the story is true that he's supporting a friend at their Hall of Fame induction, I don't blame him necessarily for that, but it's kind of funny. Will King wanted a matchup. Previous episode was denied by Rosco. Said he'd do it on his time, but here's a pinfall. Quick kick out before the ref can even get over there. Kind of ironic how Will King now, when we're set up to have this match, is nowhere to be found. And another big move, and it's Rosco to retain the title. Not going to be just yet. Oh, look out, man! German suplex on the steel steps, and now on the thin matted concrete, and one more on the steps. Damn! Rosco has been a big fan of the steel steps in these XTV title matches, and a tap out. But that is not going to get the job done. Pinfalls only, like this right here. Rosco, 2 count, 3 count. Rosco retains the title.
It's Rosco on the ceiling. I'm here to make the roof blow. You see the diamonds, you see the cars, you
Well, it looks like perhaps we may be getting, still may be getting, that is, Will King and Rosco Wallace. That is, of course, unless CFT has another trick up his sleeve. It's already been a little tricky here tonight. But we are being confirmed right now. That rematch we seen on the house show with Caleb Stone and Sander Cool, that is because CFT is vowing for a best-of-3 series. Rosco Wallace. We'll have to see what kind of trickery CFT has come Summer of Sid. Nonetheless, big win for Rosco Wallace. What a fantastic way to show not prepared at all for Lewis C., the captain. Returning here tonight, but Rosco nonetheless able to get the victory. Here tonight in Portland, Oregon. Guys, you know what we got coming up next. The Star Killer is in attendance here. Is a big matchup at Coachella Night 2 for the 3-Dub World Championship against Hexen. From Columbus, Ohio, the Star Killer, Chris Harris. That's right, Chris Harris. Look at this, guys. No Danny Moore, no CFT, no Townsend Enterprises. Just Chris. And that's exactly what it's going to be at Coachella, as we heard earlier from Matt and Hunter Deal. That Townsend is not allowed at the Coachella event. The only person allowed at ringside is the manager, CFT. Everybody else is banned from Coachella when it comes to Townsend Enterprises. So Chris Harris essentially will be on his own against the monster Hexen. Says he's never been scared and he's not going to start being scared now. He is a former 2-time World Heavyweight Champion looking to make it 3 and kill the undefeated streak of Hexen. Can he do that, guys? Next Sunday night. Oh, wait a minute. Before he can even get a word out. It's Asvito. Oh, man, he's got Harris. Choke slam to the Star Killer. And now, unload. What's this? Dropping a steel cage is coming down. Oh, man, Harris is in trouble. Harris turns it around. Right hands from the Star Killer. Take it down, Asvito. Asvito back to his feet. And now he realizes it's Harris. Slamming him into the steel cage, man. Harris overcoming Asvito. And it's funny because it's not Hexen at the moment. And look at the confidence. Look at the dirtbag confidence in Chris Harris. Leaving Asvito laying. And he is getting out of here before things get any worse, and I don't blame him for that. But what a dirtbag he is nonetheless. You know that's right. Getting out of the cage just before Asvito can get to it. But the 3-Dub World Champ sending his message to Chris Harris, and Harris countering with a message of his own. Who's coming out on top at Coachella, guys?
In a future where humanity seriously fucked up, Earth's now a radioactive dumpster fire. The last few survivors are dodging an army of killer blenders led by an AI with a serious god complex. Skynet, the so-called super genius AI, has one job: wipe out the very humans who created this disaster. Talk about biting the hand that coded you, right? But wait, there's still a glimmer of hope yet. Meet Kyle Reese, humanity's reluctant badass and apocalyptic tour guide. This guy once led a motley crew in an endless smackdown against the killer toaster uprising. Skynet, paranoid as ever, decides to send a hulking metal assassin back in time to eliminate an innocent cafe waitress named Sarah Connor. All this before she can even change the diapers of humanity's last hope, John Connor. Flash back to 1984, and Sarah's just trying to live her best life, blissfully unaware that a gun-wielding death machine is about to ruin her Pilates class. The Terminator, programmed with zero social skills, is there to take her out. No small talk included. Good thing Kyle Reese isn't having any of that shit. He packs his to-go bag and time travels back to 1984 to save his future baby mama. But with battle scars and the etiquette of a caveman, he's got about 30 seconds to convince Sarah he's not a complete psycho. Together, they're on the run from the most determined killer robot ever. No pressure, just the fate of humanity hanging in the balance. So, buckle up, kids, for a wild-ass showdown between the most unlucky waitress ever, an apocalyptic lover boy from the future, and a glorified blender with a vendetta. The Terminator. We really messed up the future, coming soon to a theater near you. But that's not all. Bonus time! Introducing the Vex R1, Skynet's latest weapon against humanity. A seductive Terminator sent to eliminate Kyle Reese, luring him in with her deadly sex appeal. She quickly tracks him to a smoky nightclub. Once spotted, she captivates him with her alluring assets, disarming him in more ways than one. However, Kyle, being the intuitive soldier he is, feels something is off. Just as he realizes her deadly intent, Vex reveals her metallic arm, and her seductive smile shifts to something far more sinister. It's a lethal game of cat and mouse, one in which Skynet hopes will tie up loose ends.
Oh man, what a turn of events! We just seen before the commercial break as Vito and Harris. It is a fatal four-way match for the representation of Freedom in the Coachella Rumble. Well, speaking of Coachella, introducing first from Dallas, Texas, with 220 pounds, Curt. Well, just under an hour ago, the fans were cheering this man as he entered into his return matchup in the opening match tonight against Eddie Walker. But after a low blow and a couple of dirty tactics from Curt Brooks showing his true colors against Dylan Mason, now this crowd is turned to rain down boos on the arrival Curt Brooks. But how about this guy? Established earlier tonight by the general manager Hunter Deal. We have two impromptu fatal four-ways here tonight, and the winner of both of those matches will go on to represent 3-Dub in the Coachella Rumble on night 1 this coming Saturday night. And Curt Brooks gonna get a little double action here tonight, 2 matches. We'll see if that has any repercussions in this match as he tries to become a representative of 3-Dub. See who else is brought into this matchup. All right, here we go. And from England, 227 pounds, Scott Adams. These matches, these 2 fatal 4-way matches, being brought to you by W Energy, where you can get all of your gaming fuel without any of the jitters. Be sure to get 10% off at checkout with code #3W. Scott Adams, one half of the Badass Brits, although I'm not even sure if you can still call them a team. A lot of tension between him and Daniel Roberts over the course of, well, essentially this entire season. But here's Scott Adams tonight, a huge opportunity to represent 3-Dub in the Coachella Rumble. That'd be a nice turnaround to his season 10 thus far. Like I said, dealing with Daniel Roberts now here tonight, singles opportunity and a chance to revitalize his career here in 3-Dub. And from Lafayette, Indiana, weighing 241 pounds, Joe Rivers. All right, good healthy mix of superstars thus far. And Joe Rivers. And he's had a pretty up and down season thus far. This would be a big chance for him to go into that Rumble at Coachella and be a 3-Dub representative. And guys, also mentioned by Hunter Deal, if one of the 3-Dub representatives happens to win that Coachella Rumble, they will go on to get an opportunity in the future for a 3-Dub World Heavyweight Championship matchup. And like I'm mentioning that because Joe Rivers has the opportunity here to also change around his season 10 on the better foot for him and get an opportunity like that. It would be a vitalizing opportunity for Joe Rivers. Okay, here we go. And from the Netherlands, man, 230 pounds, he is the international champion, Dylan Mason. Well. Curt Brooks enters the matchup first, and Dylan Mason rounds it off at number 4. Look at this, guys. You know he is coming for revenge on that dirty low blow that Curt Brooks gave him earlier tonight. Oh man, you should see the face on Curt Brooks. I'm not going to say he's scared or worried. He is anticipating this, just as we all are, because they are going to fight for that title regardless of who wins here tonight at Summer of Sin. Dylan Mason, the international champion of the world. Here we go, guys. The first Fatal 4-Way representative matchup. Who is going to be the first 3-Dub superstar to go on and represent in the Coachella Rumble? Here we go. Surprisingly, Mason and Brooks not going after each other right away, instead going against the competition, and both of them coming out on top. And look at Scott, man. And now Mason. There's Mason, a right hand to Brooks. Ducking under. Brooks taking out Adams. Mason taking out Joe Rivers. And now it's Mason. And now it's Brooks. Face to face. Right hands. Curt Brooks taking down the champion. Curt Brooks picking up right where he left off earlier tonight. And Scott Adams not going to let them get to the top of the mountain in this matchup. Scott and Joe fighting for a lot here tonight. Brooks rolling outside, and man, gonna be some heavy action in this one, guys. Rivers now with Scott Adams, and Brooks right back on the attack of Mason. Ooh, face plant from Rivers. Mason battling it out. Watch out. Steve Zeeb's getting caught in the mix here and a big knee. Psychotic knee to the back of the head. Man, that tension between Brooks and Mason is building up super, super tough, guys. What a matchup that's going to be at Summer of Sin. Look at Mason now. Springboard moonsault into the pinfall. Joe! Broken up by Scott Adams, excuse me. No confusion there as we got all kinds of action heating up here. And another springboard maneuver from Mason. Brooks has got a chair, guys. You know who he's targeting. Mason goes down. Here's Joe trying to capitalize. Quick opportunity. 1 count. Kick out from Adams. Mason and Brooks continuing to go at it. Oh, look at this. Little double team action, busting open Curt Brooks with an assisted elevated DDT. Pinfall from Mason. 1 count kick. There are no alliances in a fatal 4-way. Just everybody with the same goal in mind. Take out everyone. And now here's a pinfall. Mason again broken up by Joe. Curt Brooks back in the mix. Oh, man. Nicely done packaged. Maneuver pinfall. Mason again trying to take that opportunity. Oh, Mason's Law. Mason's Law locked in on Brooks now with a knee. Man, oh, man. I'm not sure. I think Adams got the rope there. But a pinfall from Curt Brooks. 2 count kick out. Action heating up. Hot and heavy in this one, guys. And now Mason. Mason going for the ride. Powerbomb Scott Adams. 1, 2. No, broken up by Joe. Ooh, nicely done. Savant kick from Joe Rivers. Sending Brooks out, and now up on his shoulders for a top rope guillotine on Scott Adams, and now Rivers is all hyped up here. He's ready to go from the springboard position, man, and a double shot. Mason and Adams taken out, and a massive leg drop from Rivers. Mason and Adams rolling to the outside, leaving Brooks and Joe Rivers on the inside. Brooks now clothesline to the back of the head. Mason re-enters, retargeting Brooks. Look out now. Fisherman suplex. Now Mason goes down, but Joe right into the hands and a sidewalk slam right on that table. Man, oh man. Brooks goes down. Adams has got a table. Mason has got a chair. Look out. Now Joe with a kendo stick. Look out to the kidneys. Man, oh man, guys. The action heating up hot and heavy here. Now the big savant kick from Joe Rivers. Brooks backs to his feet on the outside. Rivers taking it to the top as Mason back to his feet. Look out, missing with a leg drop that time. Look at the strength. Scott Adams taking down the international champion. Somebody can get a pinfall on Mason in this matchup. That could very well be a title opportunity, but man, did you see that German down on the steel chair? That could have given Scott Adams a bad concussion here. Crossroads to Curt Brooks. Steel chair from Mason. Man. No time wasted. and Curt Brooks. Curt Brooks could have taken the fall right there, guys. Scott Adams breaking up the pinfall and a big knee to the gut. Right back after that table, throwing it on top of Mason. Mason rolls out. Curt Brooks in the grasps, couple elbows. Changes it around and burn. Small package suplex and a kendo stick broken over the ribs of Brooks and a pinfall. 2 count, 3 count, Joe Rivers. Joe Rivers will be the first representative of Freedom in the Coachella Rumble. And what a chaotic matchup, guys. And you can see the tensions between Dylan Mason and Curt Brooks just boiling over in this matchup, and those two can't wait to get the Summer of Sin. A big matchup, big opportunity now for Joe Rivers. Look at this. That was the missed. No, that was the connected leg drop. And Mason right here with a steel chair. Man, I'm surprised that right there didn't put it away. Curt Brooks disposing, and then a kendo stick to the ribs, and Mason not quick enough to break up the pinfall. Here is your winner, Joe Rivers. Big opportunity for Joe Rivers, making his way to Coachella. That's right, guys. Joe Rivers, the first to be qualified for the Coachella Rumble and a chance to get a future 3-Dub World Heavyweight Championship match if he can win that Rumble. Guys, we got another Fatal 4-Way coming up to decide who the second representative will be. But we also have this, a women's television title matchup tonight where Hall of Famer Bella Roberts makes her return. But coming up next, we have this, a handicap match. Can the former tag team champions Chris Connolly and Twan Montana work together again to take out another common enemy in Los Salvadores? Guys, big matchup coming up. Stay tuned with us. The following contest is a 2-on-3 handicap match. Introducing first, from Austin, Texas, weighing 237 pounds, Twan Montana. Well, here we go, guys. We're going to find out if Twan Montana and Chris Connolly can work together as a cohesive unit here tonight at Blackout. We know that they carried the Takedown Tag Team Championships just a year ago in Season 9. Well, we know what it came to when there was a moment that they could work as a cohesive unit. They ended up fighting each other on top of a ladder, which would end up causing them to lose the Tag Team Championships. Since then, these two have been at each other's throats about who deserves what and who should be where. Twan Montana still fighting to show what he can do, but this man right here and his partner from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 265 pounds. He is the guaranteed money briefcase holder, Chris Connolly. You heard it best. The guaranteed money briefcase holder, and in that contract, in that briefcase, is a contract that states that Chris Connolly can cash in at any given time on a 3-dub World Heavyweight Championship opportunity of his choosing. And that is what Connolly has that Twan Montana doesn't. And he had failed to get 2 seasons in a row. But it has come to this, guys. Both of them stating that they don't need each other's help to take on Los Salvadores. And their opponents, at a combined weight of 746 pounds, the team of Jimmy Shadow, Justin Perrault, and your own Mercury, the Hall of Famer, Los Salvadores. Well, re-emerging on the scene at the beginning of Season 10, and have quickly gone into a bitter rivalry with Twan Montana and Chris Connolly. And ironically enough, the same thing that brought Twan and Chris together in the first place was common enemies, and now we've got a repeat of that situation right here, except it's not Cutthroat Crew, it's Los Salvadores. What a matchup this is going to be, guys. It is a 3-on-2 handicap match, and look at Twan. Right out the gate, starting things with Justin the Living Legend Perrault. A big boot and a couple of fist drops right in the face of Justin. We're going to find out quickly, guys, if Twan and Connolly can work together like they did at one time to win the Takedown Tag Team Championships. Tall task against them tonight. Hall of Famer on one end, your own Mercury. Arguably future Hall of Famers themselves in Jimmy Shadow and Justin the Living Legend. Here we go. Pin count. 1 count only for Twan on Justin. Look out now, clothesline over the top rope. And Twan gonna follow up by going to the top and dropping another fist all the way to the thin-matted concrete. Man, oh man. Look at this, going right after the Hall of Famer, bringing him in the hard way. And right after Jimmy as well. Twan is on a roll here tonight. Justin back in the mix as Los Salvadores tries to get themselves together, staggering around on the inside. And look at this, the single leg crab, the single leg crab. And man, it's Jimmy to break it up right there. Man, Twan is hot-headed here tonight. Basement DDT on Justin. Justin got to think about getting a tag, but he's not going to do so. Pinfall broken up by Room. European uppercut sending him down, and now Twan thinking about making a tag. Not going to do so, but Jimmy gets the tag in and right into the cusp of Twan. And look out now. Double underhook, suplex neckbreaker, pinfall, 2 count, kick out for Jimmy. Look out now. Steve Zeeb's in trouble. Twan, man, not coming into this match light-footed, that's for sure. Inside face-down suplex. Jimmy Shadow on the receiving end here. Twan making sure Justin removes himself, thinking about another tag. Still not going to do it. No tag into Connolly as a mid-rail leg drop. Right down on Jimmy. And followed up by a double axe handle. Into the pinfall here, wrenching the neck. And he's got his feet on the ropes. Twan's got his feet on the ropes for the 3 count. And no tag needed to Chris Connolly. Twan Montana gets the job done here, guys. But a little assistance with his feet on the ropes. Pinfall to Jimmy Shadow. No Chris Connolly. No Jeroen Mercury. Twan stated several times how he didn't need Connolly's help, and did he just prove it right here tonight? The mid-rail leg drop into the pinfall, mid-rope assisted, gets the 3 count. Twan gets the win for his team. The team of Chris Connolly and Twan Montana. And you can see Connolly. Look how frustrated Connolly is. No tags into him whatsoever, and he don't give a damn. Connolly hightailing it out of here. He still has a briefcase. Now what a match there for Twan Montana, getting a big victory over Los Salvadores. Man, what a matchup, guys, but it is time to move on. Coming up next, there's been a lot of hatred between War and Peace and Devil Dog, 2 former best friends from the Parabellum faction, and now Devil Dog gonna come here tonight to speak his mind on the situation. Guys, hit that like button. Stay tuned with us. Please welcome at this time, from Concord, New Hampshire, Devil Dog. We'll see what's on the mind of the blacksmith from Forged in Pain, making his big return at Guaranteed Money. Now going into a national title match with War and Peace and Jaden Walker.
Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. It's definitely great to be back here in the 3-Dub universe, fighting in front of you all you great fans. It's such a rush to be here again. You guys all know that old Devil Dog here is no stranger to fighting. But if I have an opportunity to not have to punch a former close friend of mine in the mouth here in front of all you fans, I'm gonna give it at least one good strong try to avoid doing that. Now I'm referring to you, Peace. So why don't you come down here so you and I, in front of all these 3-Dub fans, can have us a discussion. That way we have plenty of witnesses and we can put it all on the table, so there's exactly no doubt whatsoever as what the hell is running through that little mind of yours.
Oh yeah! Oh, we're gonna get the answers! At least Devil Dog's gonna get the answers he's been looking for! Making his way to the ring from Dallas, Texas, War and Peace! Well, the long-awaited answers for Devil Dog could be arriving right now on his doorstep. War and Peace been through an awfully tough mental game over the past several months, dealing with his quote-unquote evil twin brother, Chris Chaos. But he had disposed of Chaos in order to get himself into the Guaranteed Money ladder match, in which we seen the likes of Devil Dog make his big return. And so far, the story coming from War and Peace is that Devil Dog took his opportunity away by returning at Guaranteed Money. Not only that, He showed no remorse for War and Peace in dealing with his issues with Chris Chaos. Gotta imagine that is the root of the situation here. And we're gonna find out exactly what War and Peace is thinking right now, guys.
Okay, Devil Dog. You wanna know what's going through my head? Guaranteed money is going through my head. Being overlooked is going through my head. See, I've been gone for a while. I stopped Chaos from being unleashed into 3-dub at Big Event 9. Guaranteed money was my opportunity to put this company on my back. And you ruined it. That's what this is about. I'm tired of being overlooked by the fans. I'm tired of being underappreciated by management. It is time for me to take this company by the throat and throw it on my back and show you exactly what I can do. Guaranteed Money was supposed to help me get the World Heavyweight Championship. But now I gotta go and do things the hard way. I have no problem doing it the hard way. Don't get that twisted. But I'm going to be the one to take down Team Tap Out. I'm the one going to take the national championship that I helped Jaden Walker win. I'm the one that is going to defeat Hexen and take away his championship and his undefeated streak. And then no one will have no choice but to respect me. And I have to go through you to do it. By God, I will.
Listen, friend. You keep saying that I took an opportunity from you at Guaranteed Money. I didn't take anything from you. I was right there in that same very match alongside you, fighting all the same superstars that you were. I happened to make my own damn opportunity at the same moment as yours. But as I stand here and listen to you ranting for 20 damn minutes about 30 different topics in front of these millions of worldwide wrestling fans, I can't help but think there's something deeper going on in that little head of yours, Peace. And for some reason, with all these mega goals in your eyes, you decide to stand here and single me out and come after Devil Dog here, who's just getting back into things, trying to reestablish myself. I still have no clue what your fucking problem is and why we're even in this ring having this conversation right now instead of at the bar having a couple beers
First of all,
together.
we're in this ring because you called me out. And if you don't like my roadmap to success, that's absolutely fine. I didn't really ask for your opinion on the matter. You earned an opportunity for the World Championship against Josh Armstrong and won. And the moment you lost, you disappeared. And then came back and was given another opportunity. I'm tired of opportunity after opportunity just getting handed out to you guys that have been here for years. I have been here for years. And I don't get no opportunities. What I get is giants. What I get is dragons. What I get is badasses. And all of them have lost to me. Yet I still get no opportunity. And I'm sitting here across the ring looking at you making a big, dramatic comeback at Guaranteed Money in my match. You could have done it any other match, but you chose mine. And yeah, we're supposed to be friends, and you do that to me? Huh. The only thing I see right now is somebody who's going to be a casualty of this war.
All right, 3-Dub. You all heard it. You all saw us standing right here in the middle of this ring with Devil Dog trying to be the voice of reason, trying to prevent two friends from having to clash here in front of you for something that could definitely be avoided. And this man with the name Peace right there in it on his jersey is the one that is pushing this. So, friend, if this is how you want to do things, then this is how the Devil Dog, the blacksmith of Forged in Pain, will do it.
You know, it's
for
funny you say that, Devil Dog, that peace is in my name. You know what's also in my name? War. And war is before peace. To get to peace, you must go through war. Wasn't that the parabellum way? What will happen is my knee will be on your back as I'm turning your body into a pretzel. And you look at the referee and you look at all these people and you wave the white flag.
Man, oh man! Will Devil Dog wave the white flag at Summer of Sin in the National Championship match with these two and Jaden Walker? What's gonna happen between Peace and Devil Dog? Well, we still got a lot more action, guys, coming at you here tonight on Blackout, right after this quick commercial break.
Mom, do you love me?
What? No.
Hey, wanna try some of my big fat dumps? Fuck measuring cups. I dumped out all of these desserts in a minute. First you take a dump, then you bake it, then you plop it on a scoop of ice cream. Peaches come in a bag now, but you didn't know that. But I'm gonna take a big old dump on top, then we could pour a little generic Canada Dry shit on there. Now it may not look that appetizing, but you just gotta dress it up. A hot dump coming through. Oh, back for more, huh? Yeah, I bet you wanna try some of this dark dump. I'm gonna show you how to make it. Oh shit, it's already done. I'm just gonna sprinkle some kisses and marshmallows in there and a little bucket of Oreos. I burnt the marshmallows a little bit, but don't tell nobody about that. Alright, now over here I squeezed out about 5 bottles of maple syrup and I put some peanut shells on top. Then I dumped 3 soft hockey pucks in there, flipped it upside down. Woof, it smells like maple syrup. You ever take a dump in a mug, just drop in a pineapple, sprinkle that dump dust, flip that shit upside down, put the cream on top, let it melt.
I used to shake and bake all the time, but it feels better just to take a dump, you know?
Think of all the dumps you could be taking if it wasn't for those kids. Step your dump game up today for just $10. I'm talking 5-store desserts. But wait, I'm gonna throw in dumps for dinners. That's right, if you could dump a cake, then you could dump a deep dish pizza, no problem. I like mine with a lot of cheese. Now that's deep. I wore an extra tight bra so my titties don't plop into the pan again. All right, let's grab a box of pasta and dump a can of Prego, because we're making babies tonight.
First thing I do when I get home is I take a big dump, and it's really sticky and gooey.
Buy my dumps today. I know you got $10.
Thank you for coming back here to Blackout, and it is time for the women's TV title match, guys. What was gonna be our main event before the impromptu fatal 4-ways? What a big match right here for the returning Hall of Famer. The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Television Championship. Introducing first the challenger from New York City, Hall of Famer, Bella Roberts. Making her big return to 3-Dub on the last episode of Blackout, interrupting Chris Harris, who was just about to ask Dani Moire the big question, will she marry him? But it would be this woman right here, the woman who has a child. Oh, wait a minute! Attack from behind, and Dani Moire with the championship striking down Bella Roberts. And not a good way to start the matchup for the Hall of Famer here. Oh no, now look, she's got the steel steps. Oh my God. right in the mouth. Dani Moire with the... Oh, here we go. Here's the general manager.
Well, you are right that there will not be a television championship match tonight because of another ridiculous, cowardly attack by Townsend Enterprises. So at Summer of Sin, you will defend your television championship against Bella Roberts in a no-holds-barred match. But as far as tonight goes, you will be in competition tonight against no other than...
Oh, yeah! Champ versus champ right now! From every man's nightmare, the women's undisputed champion, Gypsy. And here comes Dani. No, here's Gypsy, driving her into the ring mat. And Steve Zeeb's gonna try to separate these two, and now it's Dani with a right hand, and this matchup seemingly starting on the outside. Well, we got an impromptu right here, right now. After Bella Roberts was just taken out with the title by Dani Moire, the general manager, Hunter Deal, continues competition for Dani, and now a non-title champ versus champ, Gypsy and Dani Moire, guys. Man, what a turn of events right here. And now we have these two fighting on the outside, right into that LED wrapped ring post. The undisputed women's champion once again, taking it to the TV champ Dani Moire. Seemingly her. And once again into that ring post. Dani's plan looks like it may have backfired for her tonight, looking to try to skip competition. And now she gets the biggest dog in the pond. And of course we just heard, there's the bell, guys, but we just heard General Manager Hunter Deal say that there will be a TV title match, no holds barred, at Summer of Sin, and now a 1 count bridging suplex for Gypsy, but that's all she's gonna get. There will be no disqualifications title match, TV championship with Dani and Bella at Summer of Sin. No questions asked. And on the other hand, no pun intended, Gypsy Freak, look out! Dani able to go under the ropes and avoid that crossbody, but Gypsy awaiting also a championship match at Summer of Sin, where she will face the winner of Jocelyn Havoc, Maria James, and Cruella in a triple threat match that'll happen tomorrow night on the house show. And there's Cruella, causing the disqualification, taking out Dani Moire. Man, oh man, this women's division heating up pretty tight here. And here's Cruella taking out Dani. Dani fighting back. These two have already been through a big warfare once before, and Cruella threatening to throw Dani off the catwalk backstage just a few episodes ago. Ooh, man, and now Cruella may be second-guessing getting involved in this match. As the television champion, Dani Moire really taking it to her here. Springboard Larry. Gypsy Freak still on the outside, tending to her wounds as the referee Steve Zeebs tries to get her back with it here. And Dani really taking it to Cruella, as I mentioned, making Cruella second guess getting involved here, and that's gotta be, I don't know know if I like the decision from Cruella, considering she has such a big matchup just tomorrow afternoon. Less than 24 hours before she's going to be in a triple threat match. Oh, wait! Someone else to join the party, and it's Jocelyn! The Casket Queen, Jocelyn Havoc, with a massive chokeslam to Dani. Both of these two individuals, and now it's Gypsy from behind Gypsy, taking out Jocelyn. And oh man, what a turn of events in this women's champ versus champ match. Jocelyn and Cruella looking to get their hands in on the division, guys. We just mentioned it. Triple threat matchup. Who will face Gypsy Freak at Summer of Sin? Will it be Maria James, Jocelyn Havoc, or Cruella? We'll find out tomorrow afternoon, but we were just told that Bella Roberts will indeed get her TV title match against Dani Moore. No holds barred. Summer of Sin. This just in as well, guys. Jeroen Mercury, the Hall of Famer, will take on Chris Connolly in a one-on-one match. And not just that, Jimmy Shadow will get to take on Twan Montana, who just pinned Jimmy, using the ropes to get that victory. And of course, we've got the National Championship match. Jaden Walker defends against Warren Peace and Devil Dog. We've got Will King trying to get a shot at the XTV Championship against Rosco Wallace. Much anticipated match there. We'll see if CFT has anything up his sleeve. Tag title rematch. Team Tap Out gets their opportunity to take on the Resistance. Big rematch there. And of course, what will now be determined as the main event. Curt Brooks against Dylan Mason for the International Championship. What a matchup. What a night. It'll be next Sunday night for Summer of Sin. And of course, don't forget, Coachella 3Dubs World Heavyweight Championship matchup where Chris Harris takes on Hexen. And we've already got one representing member of 3Dub in the Coachella Rumble. And coming up next, we'll find out the next representative. But guys, we got some big news coming up right now. Well, we all know what happened at Guaranteed Money when James Black was struck by a car and taken out with some serious critical injuries. But we are being told that despite the rumors being that he may not make it back in Season 10, James Black is having a miraculous recovery and is expected to make a full recovery and will be back before the end of Season 10. Guys, the investigation, of course, being led by Russell Franchise and his assistant, Yokuza. We will find out more information on the investigation at Summer of Sin. Guys, it is time for the final matchup of the night. The main event, Fatal 4-Way Impromptu. Who's going to be the next representative for the Coachella Rumble? Guys, stay tuned with us. Hit that like button. The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is the main event to represent 3Dub in the Coachella Rumble. Introducing first, from Belgium, weighing 219 pounds, he is one half of the 3Dub Tag Team Champions, Dargos. All right, big opportunity for Dargos. Looking to become a representative for 3Dub. You know, he loves this company through and through. Even though his brother and him have a big title defense at Summer of Sin next Sunday night, he is looking to enter that Coachella ring next Saturday. Try to represent 3-Dub and get himself back into the 3-Dub World Heavyweight picture. Oh, all right. Well, pulling double duty here tonight. The man who didn't need Chris Connolly to win a handicap match. Can he win this one right here? From Austin, Texas, weighing 237 pounds, Twan, Montana. Well, the opportunity for Curt Brooks earlier, pulling double duty, didn't necessarily go the way he wanted it to go. Gotta imagine that that's gonna be the same situation here for Twan, Montana, guys who just competed not just 30 minutes ago, and now being selected in this fatal 4-way impromptu match. I don't know, I just have to say that the chances aren't looking too good for Twan. But he did just overcome a handicap match without tagging his partner one time. And yeah, he had his foot on his ropes, but he was looking pretty impressive in that matchup. Can he put that aside, get the job done here right now, become a representing member of 3-Dub, and possibly get a 3-Dub World Championship match in the future? Oh man, here we go. Here we go. He doesn't need an opportunity. From Columbus, Ohio, weighing 241 pounds, representing Townsend Enterprises, the Star Killer, Chris Harris. Well, he already has a 3-Dub Heavyweight Championship matchup with Hexen on night 2 of Coachella. And you gotta imagine that this is the workings of CFT. I don't know, maybe he's anticipating maybe not so much of a good night for Chris Harris at Coachella. Working him into this fatal 4-way for future opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship. Hey, what a matchup here. Dargis, Twan, and Harris. Who is going to join Joe Rivers? We're going to have another entrant coming in here momentarily. You can hear the crowd doesn't like any bit of this. Chris Harris being a part of this match. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Look at this, guys. Look at this. And from New Hampshire, weighing 315 pounds, representing the 3-Dub World Heavyweight Championship, Mr. Esvito. What an addition to this matchup. And man, that turns the tables quite a bit here now, doesn't it? Hexen, if he is Vito, well, we all know as Vito is Hexen without the mask. But look, what if he wins this match? What if he wins the representing Rumble? Oh, and Harris coming right out as Vito. Wasted no time. Picking up exactly where he left off earlier tonight, where he was attacked by Esvito before he could get a word out in his promo. And now it's Harris taking it to Esvito on the entrance ramp in a Hurricane Rana. And Twan and Dargis are going to start this matchup in the ring, and it looks like Harris and Vito are going to start on the outside. And here, look at this. Right into a roll-up. Twan almost getting it. No, Dargus flipping it around. Pinfall. 1. Nope. Brought up on the bridge. Back down. Shoulder slide. 1. No, kick out. Man, what a way to start this matchup, guys. Oh, man. Harris and Vito still fighting on the entrance ramp. Twan and Dargus on the inside. The main event here at Blackout has just opened up all over this arena. Here's Twan and Dargus now. Oh, man. Falling down on Twan. This matchup, fatal 4-way rules. No countouts, no disqualifications. Dargus and Twan Montana, guys, this is another rematch from the Big Event 9. Oh, man. Twan got an opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship against Dargus and was unable to do the job. Will that be the case here right now? We still got Vito and Harris, though. We're told they've gone backstage. Look at this. We've got cameras. And Vito taking it to Harris. No, Harris. Look out now, man. Breaking the glass. Hurricane Rana bringing down Twan Montana on the thin matted concrete. These two, the only two in this 4-way that are outside at ringside. Can Twan overcome Dargus this time? And now, into the more glass broken. Oh, man. And now Dargus back inside with that kendo stick he tried to start the match with. You can see Twan laid out pretty hard on the thin matted concrete. Couple of strikes from Dargus. Now look out. Now look at Harris backstage with a steel chair. And Harris doing everything he can to try to keep Vito down. Harris and Vito backstage. Dargus springboard Hurricane Rana. To the mid-rail. Twan making his way back to his feet. Caught another Hurricane Rana. And you can see Twan maybe not looking so good here. It is down to Twan and Dargus, unless maybe Chris Harris has finally kept Vito down. Could they be making their way back down to the ring here? As Twan now's got Dargus up on the top rope. Not looking good for the Dragon. Not looking good for the Dragon. Suspended. Suplex from the mid-rail, man. Bringing him down, and now a pinfall. 1 count. Oh, no. Dargus quickly kicking out here right after 1. Dargus now. Gonna keep fighting. And here is Twan. Double underhook. Neck breaker. Twan Montana. It's gonna put him away. Twan, no, not quite yet. Dargus, the resiliency of the former world champion, current 1/2 of the tag team champions. Oh, look at this. Twan Montana resorting to a steel chair. No. Dargus out of the way. Decapitating lariat. And now, look at this, man. Tapping out is Dargus. Twan finally gets the win over Dargus. And now it's Chris Harris. Oh, it's Hexen. Hexen's here. Hexen's got a metal pipe. And look out. right in the face of Harris. And Hexen just appeared from nowhere. Hexen now. Hexen. Oh, man. On the concrete, my God. Hexen may get one over on Esvito, but he is yet to get one over on Hexen. Twan Montana. And Twan will represent 3-Dub alongside Joe Rivers at Coachella. What a matchup, what a main event here tonight. And Blackout, congratulations to Joe. Oh, wait a minute. Joe getting attacked by Townsend Enterprises. This is security footage. Backstage, I'm being told this happened about 20 minutes ago. Lars and Lance attacking Joe Rivers. Oh, man. Thrown into an ambulance. And Joe does not look good. Guys, Joe looks hurt. Joe looks hurt. Is Joe gonna make it to Coachella? Man, thanks for joining us, guys. What a show here tonight. We'll see you next weekend for Coachella and Summer of Sin, but not before the house show tomorrow afternoon. I'm Dewey Danielson. Have a great night.